History. If we want to understand the New Testament better, we need to know a little history for the area called the Holy Land. 1,000 years before Jesus was born, during the times of King David and King Solomon, Israel was a great independent nation. 900 B.C., the Israel nation became divided. The north was called Israel, the south was called Judah. 700 B.C., Israel was in the area in the north. Then the next kingdom north, named Assyria, defeated and captured Israel. The Jewish people became slaves. 600 B.C., Judah in the south. An eastern kingdom named Babylon defeated and captured Judah. Jerusalem was destroyed. The Jewish temple was destroyed. The Jewish people became slaves. 550 to 330 B.C., Persia controlled the Holy Land. Between 538 and 500, King Cyrus allowed the Jews to go home to Jerusalem. The Jews built a new temple and a new city. The king allowed the Jewish people to worship in their own way. 330 to 166 B.C., Greek rule. Your book on page 21 in a chart says Hellenistic. Hellenistic means Greek. King Alexander the Great defeated Persia. Now he ruled over the Holy Land. I will sign his name King A. King A forced all people to learn the Greek language and the Greek culture. King A only ruled until the year 323 B.C., when he died. King A had an army general named Ptolemy. Ptolemy and his sons ruled over the Holy Land for around 100 years. Ptolemy was from Egypt. The Ptolemies allowed the Jews to worship in their own way. Next, the Seleucids from Syria took control of the Holy Land. The Seleucids stole much of the Jewish money and things, refused to let the Jews worship their own way, forced them to worship false gods, and forced them to break the Jewish laws. They killed any protesters. In 167 B.C., the Jewish people rebelled and defeated the Seleucids. The Jewish rebellion leader was named Judas Maccabeus. He was from the family called Hasmonean. The Jewish people were free again, but many problems happened. 1. The Jewish people from other areas were forced to come to Jerusalem. 2. The non-Jewish people were forced to accept circumcision. They were forced to become Jewish. 3. The religious leader's job and the political leader's job became mixed. Now some groups were developing. On one hand, the Sadducees. On the other hand, the Pharisees. On one hand, the rich people. On the other hand, the poor people. On the one hand the Jews, on the other hand the non-Jewish, who were forced to become Jews. Because now there was much arguing, disagreements, and fighting, soon the freedom was gone.